Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Beauty with a Twist. I'm super excited for this week's episode. I know I've been MIA, but I'm finally back. For this week's episode, we have a special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name's Megan. I'm Dirty Bird Aesthetics from Sacramento, California.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you're here.
I'm excited to be
Thank
here.
you for coming to me.
Are you kidding?
She just flew out, okay? Literally just landed and came straight here. Okay.
She's close to the airport. It wasn't a big deal.
And this is my first time meeting her, so I'm super excited. So tell me more about Dirty Bird, yourself, and all of that.
Okay, yeah, we're a full body waxing studio in the heart of Midtown Sacramento. We've been around since March of 2020. I signed my lease March 1st of 2020. Little did I know what was happening like 2 weeks later, but the pandemic.
Oh, yeah. I was
How
like looking
quickly
at
we forget. You're like, what happened?
I know. I was like, wait, what was going on? Okay.
Yeah. And so I signed my lease March 1st of 2020, just like high hopes. And then the world crumbled down and I just powered through. And now we're a full-blown 4-room, pretty much fully booked waxing studio.
So did you work from home previously, or where were you working?
I got licensed and then I worked for someone else. And then I was like ready to open up Dirty Bird, like right when the pandemic,
How long were you working for that person?
I worked for Vanessa from Wax Bear.
Oh, okay.
For 6 months, prior to, so it's actually kind of a funny story. I interviewed with her right after I got out of school, and she's like, I usually don't hire people right out of school. And I was like, I just need somewhere to start. I had taken one of her classes before. I was a familiar face. And she basically was like, okay, I have someone going on maternity leave, so I do need another waxer. So I was like, oh my gosh, I got so lucky. And I sort of sold myself. I was like, I'll do your social media too, as long as I'm here.
Oh, so you were like a 2-in-1.
Yes, a 2-in-1. And she's like, deal. And I go, okay. And which this is kind of odd in the beauty industry. During my interview, I said, I plan on opening up my own spot within the next 6 to 8 months. I shit you not. Is cussing okay on here?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I cuss at the time.
Yeah, okay, good. I shit you not. 6 months hit. And she goes, are you looking for your new spot? I was like, are you kicking me out? And she's like, no, I'm making sure you're sticking to your goals.
Do you know how hard that is to find?
Yeah.
As a boss?
As a boss?
Yeah.
Like someone who just is like,
you'll never find that.
No, I hope. I mean, I'm that type of boss. You know, I don't expect to keep everyone forever.
Yeah.
But I literally could not believe that and how lucky I got. And sure enough, like I went on my way and she gave me like about 200 pounds of wax to start, like of Wax Bear Wax. And she's like, good luck. And now she says jump and I say, how high, Vanessa? Because I love her to death. I'd do anything for her. Yeah.
And did you have the clients from hers that they followed you, or how did it work?
So it was weird because it was the pandemic.
Yeah.
You know, like I literally signed my lease. The pandemic hit. I can honestly say I probably have maybe like 5 people still that I had from her. But she is in a place called Elk Grove, which is about 25 minutes from where I am. So I and it's so funny when I look at those clients, they were all first timers. Like their first time was with me. And so they just stuck with me. But yeah, she has a thriving, wonderful business. And those 5 clients, I don't think really, put a dent in what she was doing.
And did you go straight to a storefront, or is there like a studio that you're at?
So this is actually our second location. So we were in this cute little Victorian, I shouldn't say we, it was me. It was just me. And I found this cute little room in a Victorian in Sacramento. It's really cool. They kind of cut Victorian homes into like studio spaces.
That is cute.
Isn't that cute? Yeah. So it was like an adorable green Victorian. And it was just a 1-room space, just me in there. And then I, like 2 years later, I had a girl who was working for me. We were 7 days a week, fully booked, and we had to grow. And so now we're in the space we're in now, and it's super cute. It's not actually on Little bug. Yeah, that's okay. We're actually not on the street. We're kind of down a breezeway, as kind of cool. You have to know where you're going. So we don't have just random people walking in a lot of the time, which is nice for us because Sacramento can be a little rough sometimes. So yeah. So you have to know where you're going to get to us, basically.
But I did see like on your Instagram, there's like a wall that's painted, right?
Yeah.
It's like a mural.
Yeah. So we have like in our back, we have a parking lot, which we're super lucky, like a huge parking lot with a wall. We have a mural back there, and we have this beautiful breezeway that's just lined with pine. It's very like 70s, which fits our vibe really, really well. Yeah, very retro. And so, yeah, you just walk down this breezeway, and then there's just a neon sign, and it's just us, you know?
So then you started with the one girl.
I started me, and then there was the cutest girl who was getting waxed by me, and just slowly but surely, she's like, I mean, I'm about to graduate esthetician school. She was giving me those hints, Madeline. And I picked up on those hints. And honestly, I didn't want to see her go anywhere else. I was like, I want her to work for me. I don't even know if she wants to wax. I was like, oh, maybe she wants to do facials. But I just threw like a Hail Mary, and I was like, hi. Do you maybe want to be a waxer here?
Oh my God. And she said, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. She tells the story. She goes, I was in Mexico and I started crying. I was like, oh. And yeah, so that's how my first team member came on. And she's been with me ever since. And that's actually how I like to hire. From within.
And see, that's like the best because you built a connection with her first.
Yes.
So you feel like you made that kind of friendship with her, obviously. Absolutely. And then after that, the trust was built.
Yeah. And when you're waxing out people's pubes, like, you see the worst of them.
Yeah.
And if their worst is pretty good, you're like, all right. You do well under stress.
You know, I met my clients that I've waxed. They became one of my really good friends.
Yeah.
And then we become besties, and that invited to their freaking baby showers, their weddings, and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I was just your waxer. Now I'm here.
And now I'm here at your life events.
Literally.
I swear, I'm always like, send me your registry, you know? Every time I'm like, all right, send me your registry, you know? Because they do. You get so stinking close to them.
So then after Madeline, right?
Yes.
So then you decided, okay, I need another team member, or how did it happen?
Well, we were open 7 days a week, and we were fully booked. And like our space was one room. Like we couldn't keep enough like product on the shelves. Like it was just like, oh my gosh, like our closets were filled, and then they'd be emptied within the week with like wax because we were going through it so fast. We were just busting at the seams. And so basically I was like, I think it's time for us to look for a larger space, more rooms. And I had my heart set on this one. And then they gave me how much TIs were going to be. And I was like, oh, I can't really swing that. And I shit you not, like 2 days later, I was at a bar, and my husband was like talking to one of his old friends, Todd, who owns this skate shop in front of us. And he was like, yeah, my father-in-law just bought this building, and there's an office space in the back, and it's 4 rooms, and we don't really know what to do with it. And I was like,
a sign.
Isn't it a sign? Like the universe will kind of carry you where you need to go. The other place, it felt like it was sort of pulling teeth, you know? Yeah. And then I got that TI, and I was like,
Like it like ruined you a little bit.
I was devastated, but 2 days later, like the universe just delivered this new spot, and I went and looked at it. I'm like, I love it. I can work with this.
And the rooms were already built.
And the rooms were already built. Yeah. I didn't have to.
Got so lucky.
I just had to make it beautiful, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you do a lot of renovations to it, or like?
We changed up the flooring. We had, obviously it was a weird gray color. We painted it, but like we didn't really renovate anything, to be perfectly honest. Nothing crazy. Each room had windows in between them, and we just closed those up because, you know, we can have that.
Yeah.
But
throw some fucking blinds.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah. Don't look over here.
So the location where it's at, is it like a street? Like, is it like on
So it's actually Sacramento's kind of interesting. We have like a midtown and a downtown, and our midtown is kind of where like all the restaurants are.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're on the street with like a lot of fun bars and restaurants.
Also, it's a good location.
It's an amazing location. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Do you get walk-ins at all?
Sometimes for eyebrows, but I hope sometimes people have been drinking and they're like, have you ever had a Brazilian wax? You know, so, I saw a place over there. We should go. Like, that's happened a few times. And I'm like, oh, you guys are wild.
Fuck it. I mean,
yeah. All right. We'll be your first, you know? Yeah. Friend bonding, you know? Friends bonding.
So then you decided on the location. It was a go. So then Madeline was with you. And then you decided to hire somebody else.
Yeah. Another client. I had this sweet, sweet girl named Evelyn. Hey.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to both Evelyn and Madeline, who was working at European Wax Center, but she was coming to me to get waxed. And I loved her. She was hilarious. And before I had like even a timeline as to when the new space would be open, I was kind of already poaching her. I was like, hey, just
don't work at European anymore.
Yeah, just a funner. Yeah, I'm like, I know, like, and it's gonna be a change, you know, and you'll be brand new. And she's not from Sacramento, and I remember when I was like, hey, girl, put your 2 weeks in. It's go time. And yeah, and she did, and it was amazing. Yeah.
So okay,
and
she does waxing too, full,
and she does full waxing. And another gal we just hired, Miss Jessie, and she's been a client since 2021.
So they're all like
yes, I'm telling you, like, people are on their best behavior during interviews, you know, like when you're interviewing for a job, of course you're going to be on your best behavior, but I hire people that like I know, who I trust, and like they have my best interest in mind. I have their best interest in mind. Like, I don't know. I think like it's a really wonderful way to do it.
And that's a really good way, because a lot of people always ask, how do you choose your employees?
Yeah.
How do you choose your team members?
Yeah.
And I've never heard of someone saying, you know, I built a friendship with them first and connected with them.
Yeah.
And that's so funny that you say that, because I met my assistant. She's been working for me for 5 years, almost 6.
Yeah.
And she was my friend since high school.
I love it. Yeah.
You know?
And I think a lot of people can say like, oh, it'll ruin relationships or like, especially like friendships. But I don't know. It's just, it's nice to know, like, I trust all of them like fully.
And I feel like if you keep that boundary, because if you ask my assistant, she's always like, she's my boss. Yeah. And I respect her at work. Yeah. But when we go out to eat and we're friends, we talk about friendship stuff. Yeah. So she knows how to keep that wall between us, you know? Yeah. When she's really always special. In here, she's always like, hey, boss, I need to do this. But when we're outside in the street and we're drinking, she's like,
boss.
Yeah, always. She's like, hey, boss, we need to do this, this, and that. Yeah. And then when we're out drinking, she's like, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like,
she's like, can I complain about my boss for a second?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, sure, go for it.
And then like we go out and then we're with our other friends and they're like, can you leave this bitch time you do this and that? And I'm looking at her like, just because he said that on Monday, it's gonna be worse for you. But we always joke around, but that's why she's worked here for so long, because we built that connection.
Yeah, I love that. I mean? Absolutely. I love that so much. And I wanted to just sort of touch on something else that goes back to like hiring. And I think like a lot of us beauty professionals might not see it like this, but I never hire out of necessity. Like, I can run my business on my own. I can cover my bills on my own. Mm-hmm. I hire when I really want someone to be there, if that makes sense. Like, yes, it'd be lonely if I was in there by myself. Yes, you know, it'd be tough, but like, I don't hire people because I'm like, shit, I have to pay my rent. Yeah. Like, I got to get another waxer in here. It's basically like, I want you here. I want you to be a part of my team. I want you to like thrive. I want to see where you go. I want this to be your first stop in like your long career. And
I actually enjoy you.
And I enjoy you. Yeah. 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 You're special, you know, to me.
And I feel like that's why a lot of people are like, I love my job. Yeah. You know, they'll respect that more because like, I love my job because my boss is just amazing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. She like literally respects me so much, and I respect her. Because have you heard like when you go and work somewhere, they're like, I fucking hate my job. Like, they're like so up my ass, or like, you know, micromanaging me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hate micromanaging.
Yeah.
I'm like, do your job clean, make people feel comfortable, get all the hair, like be on time. Like that's all I can ask. Like there's a few rules here and there, but yeah.
So are any of them booth renters now, or just
they're all employees?
All employees. Yeah. And is it just pure wax, or
we only wax head to toe.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all we do day in, day out. We were doing vajacials for a little bit, but we don't have a lot of airflow and circulation in our so like those fucking steamers. Like I come out, my hair's curly. I'm like, give me 1 second, I just need to air everything out. And so it wasn't a very popular service that we do, and we have products that are comparable to like what we did. So we just sell our products.
So do you guys hard wax, soft wax?
Hard wax, yeah.
Hard wax.
Yeah.
And then how do you like the products that you sell? Is it just like exfoliators or
exfoliators? We have very fun tchotchkes too, but it's basically any like body hair care, no facial lines. We're thinking of getting like an SPF in there, just, you know, hell yeah, SPF, you know, we can all push for that. But mainly it's for just like ingrowns and all of that. But we have just fun stuff too. Like we have cute hair clips. We have like
that shop.
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh, yeah. Cute gifts. Yeah. Tchotchkes. Just things where you're like, I don't know if I need this, but I do. Yeah. We have like cute lighters and pouches.
Lighters?
Yeah. Yeah, like cute little Zippo lighters. Yeah. One of them says like bad bitch. And those sell like hotcakes, and it cracks me up. They go, well, I don't smoke, but I think I need this. I'm like, I think you do too. And it's so cute. I'm like, do you know how to fill a Zippo lighter? And they're like, no. And I'm like, I didn't either. Let me show you. I get it. I don't smoke either, but yeah.
See, and I like that. That's what makes you different. Because when I first stumbled upon your page, I was like, who is this girl? Like this is so
weird.
Different. You know what caught me was your pictures, your before and after, your videos, and just like I've never seen a vagina posted with flowers.
Yeah.
The video that you have, and they're wearing like underwear.
Yeah.
And then I think there was a picture of roller skates.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how do you get your inspo? Where does it come from?
I'll dial back for a bit. Like, I don't know if a lot of people know this about me, but my background is actually in PR and marketing. I did that for 6 years before I was an SD. That's what I went to college for and everything. So it's just the way like my mind works, and how like if I'm just scrolling Instagram and I see like, I don't know, like a chip brand holding chips in a cute fucking way, and I'm like, I bet I can recreate that with someone's pubes. I don't know why I chose chips. There's chips over there. That's
oh my, you're the best.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you do.
Okay. So like I follow like a lot of like pages where it's photography, it's different brands, like even colors of brands that I like. It could be something random where I'm just like, ooh, I just like the way this looks and feels, and I bet they're gonna do something cool that I can sort of take and recreate with people's body hair.
Yeah. And this is from the beginning, your page was like this, or like
yeah. I knew I wanted to, when I was working for Vanessa, I knew that's how I wanted to like stage things. I wanted to have like content creation more than, it was like before Reels, you know. I knew I wanted to like make pubic hair beautiful, or put them in cute underwear and like take their photos and just
So do you make your clients wear these things, and then
I buy it prior to them coming in? I have an idea. I put out like a cute little model call. I'm like, hey, I'm looking for one Brazilian client, I'm looking for one bikini client. I usually say like no blondies, because their hair doesn't show up really that great. I always say I prefer clients who have been here before, just so I can really know what and know what I'm working with. And can you imagine your first Brazilian wax? I'm like, let me take a picture, you know,
and some cute underwear and the flowers.
Yeah. But basically, I have I have an office space with all my backdrops, with my props, with wax warmers already set up. So I just take them back there. I ask them to put on the cute little underwear, whatever we're doing. I have everything always set up very nicely. So it's just very seamless. I take their photo or take a video. I wax them. I have them put it back on, and then I take another photo.
That is the best.
Yeah. And I think sometimes you're so good at this, planning content ahead. I know people are like, do they just come with the cute underwear? I'm like, no, they did not just come with a little bunny tail underwear during Easter time for me. I'm like, no, I bought it and I planned ahead, you know, and I set up those times aside for content creation.
And I feel like that's what people don't understand, that when you market yourself, you need those content days to really plan out, hey, I'm going to put this out and I need to film it, or I need to take pictures of it, and just have a full day of just that.
Yeah. Line them up.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I do. I still put them into the schedule so I can see exactly who's coming in and when, and I just have their little props all set up for them. And
I love that.
Yeah.
So did your page already, did it start growing from that, or how did you grow your Instagram? It
definitely started growing from that. And I think one of the biggest things is I would always tag any brands I'm using, whether it is the underwear. So I tag the underwear, that's a repost on a bigger page. I think the best way to grow your brand is to get reposted by bigger pages.
Yeah.
And because I was posting content that other waxers who maybe had a larger following had never seen before, they were reposting me a lot. And so I got a lot of traction with a lot of other waxers. So I have a lot of other esties who follow me, but my clients, I don't know, they're just wild. They just know about Dirty Bird in Sacramento. So yeah.
And how'd you even come up with your name, Dirty Bird? That is so different.
Yeah, it's weird, huh?
Yeah.
I sort of love negative connotations that kind of take back power, women being yeah, this is the slut walk, you know, taking back power. So bird actually means girl in the UK. And so it's just like a little dirty girl, you know, a little slutty girl, you know.
And that makes sense because it's you're about to get waxed, you're, you know.
Yeah. What are you getting a wax for? Just for fun?
Let's keep it real.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's just kind of like that. So nasty gal, nasty woman. I'm Dirty Bird, you know.
It's so different.
Thank you.
I see these names. I'm I see Wax By or all these names, and I'm when I come across certain names, I'm how the fuck do you come up with these names?
I have no idea. Let me tell you, I'm trying to trademark it right now. There's a lot of Dirty Birds out there.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Not in the beauty industry.
No, but in general.
In general, shit, there's a gun store in Bakersfield called Dirty Bird. I'm Jesus, you know? Yeah. I hope no one gets us confused. I'm just kidding.
So then in your shop, you have it so different. So what made you come, did you have all this stuff?
No.
Over
time.
Yes. If you guys need to check out her page, because then you'll really understand what I'm talking about. Her fucking toilet has glitter on it. And it's pink.
Yes.
I just want to go sit on it.
You can. Anytime.
I just want to go.
Yeah. Come through.
I just really I want you to take a picture of me sitting on your fucking toilet.
Absolutely. Back to growing a following, that bathroom has been posted so many times just by clients, by clients. I don't know who else I was going to say has been in there. It's clients. But just I think how I grew my following was just getting reposted and being weird, you know? They're this, I've never seen anything like this. You know?
See, that's a good marketing tactic. It's the detail, right?
Yeah.
What you're known for.
Yeah.
You know, I know here, when they come in here, they're it's so white.
Yeah.
So then they'll post it's clean.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
So when people post,
beautiful.
Yeah. So when people post it, I'm like, okay, that's a good marketing tactic for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then for you, it'd be like your fucking toilet.
Yeah.
Would be. And you go in. I want to take pictures of everything.
Yeah,
there's like a Playboy thing that's on your wall.
Yeah, we have vintage Playboys in the lobby. We have gallery walls in all 4 rooms, which is all naked lady and bird themes.
Yeah,
but it's all like vintage. So I love to shop. I love to go to like flea markets and all of that. Etsy, eBay. You'll get a. I bid on a really creepy like black velvet naked lady painting, and I forgot I bid on it, and I won, but I don't know if I missed the email of it getting like me winning, and it got delivered, and I opened it up. I'm like, someone sent me a cursed painting, like she's creepy, and I was like, oh, it was just me. Oh, that's right.
Even so, like, down to your girls. They dress so like all of you guys. Yeah. Like your guys is like like there's a typical like team photo shoot, and your guys is just so it reminds me of like that 70s show. Yeah. Gives me like that vibe. Yeah. Am I right?
Like, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
I'm like, dude, it's so so cool.
If you were wondering, that's just what the inside of my head I think looks like. It's just a very hectic. So
I think you were born in the wrong era.
I think so too. Yeah. But yeah, no, that's just basically it's like, is this 80s? Is it 70s? Is it 60s? Is it right now? You know? Yeah. Yeah. It's basically just things I like. And here I am just nailing it on the wall. I'm like, perfect.
I love that.
Thank you.
Do you like from your clients, do you use like because you say you're fully booked, right? Mm-hmm. Is there like a website? Because you're not, do you
Vagaro?
Oh, Vagaro.
Yeah, we book through Vagaro, but yeah, we post just on Instagram, and we do pay Yelp to pop up first. I don't know if that's controversial, but you know.
Yeah, what do you feel about that?
Well, they call me like every 2 weeks, and they're like, we think you could be doing better. And I'm like, get out of my face.
They call me so much.
Oh, I'm not nice. They call my personal number, and I'm like, how'd you get this number? This is harassment. So it is controversial, but it does help. So like we do try to ask every new client, like, how did you hear about us? And they're like, I just Googled you. And they're like, your name was weird. And then we went to your website, and your photos are, you know, like, we went to your Instagram, and it's interesting. We wanted to see it, you know?
Yeah. Do you guys do Manzillions?
We don't. Yeah. Yeah. My trauma could never.
Oh, you have a traumatizing story. So do I. It's the worst.
Yeah.
You know what? I still do them.
Yeah.
But recently I got into the worst traumatizing story that I don't want to share.
Oh,
we could talk about it.
Yeah.
But it was like, it's something so inappropriate that I cannot put on here.
Yeah.
But it was the worst experience of my life.
I'm so sorry.
That I like, it just happened a week ago.
Oh my God.
And I always do Manzillions. I have my Manzillion clients. Yeah. No problems. It was just, it was a first timer client. Something happened. Yeah. And I feel like I never want to do it again.
Yeah.
I never want to look at penis in my life.
Yeah.
Literally. Just a man's.
Yeah. Sorry.
Crazy, but I know.
Oh my gosh. Oh no. Yeah. I just, you know, I respect like other people who do it. I know like, you're badasses, but I don't think it's for me, you know?
Yeah.
And I think we need to kind of accept like it's not for us, you know?
Yeah.
Like don't pressure us to do something, you know? You don't want me doing a facial, you know? I wouldn't know what you don't want me to wax some balls, you know? No.
I think I quit that department for real.
Yeah. I know. I'll wax ass cracks. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ass cracks
they're
easy.
Fun. Easy. And it's like necessary. You feel like you're doing someone a favor. You know, you're like, you'll never wipe the same. So yeah, life changing. Yeah.
So does your team do like 7 to 8 waxes a day? Like how does that work?
Oh, we're every 20 minutes.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think on average we maybe see like 10 to 20. Yeah.
So you never had like a slow season, or is it just?
I mean, we have our regular like slow seasons. Like you can always expect like January to just kind of be slow, but you have to prepare for that. Yeah, you have to prepare for that. You have to always be posting consistently, even when you're busy, even when you're busy, keep posting, like keep letting people know you're alive and well and you want them in,
Yeah.
I probably will never say I'm not accepting new clients, but I'm just like, come on in.
How do you more feel than about that when people are like, I'm not accepting new clients?
Like, I get it. I definitely get it. But I don't know. My clients are pretty set in stone with me, like, and if one pops out, someone might pop in, but well, that person shouldn't have popped out.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Where'd you go? Yeah.
And the thing is, like, I do see people posting like not accepting new clients, but for me, it's more like, yeah, I'm not accepting them. But then if it's like a what is it called? Referral.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have to take them on. Like,
yeah. You don't accept new clients?
No, I do. But I'm saying like I've been telling myself like I want to stop.
Yeah.
But I'm like, she's referring me to her aunts.
Yeah.
She's referring me to her mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's my loyal client. She's been with me for 5 years. Like,
yeah. I mean, like if someone reached out to me and they're like, I can't get in with you, I'd be like, all right, well, I'll get you in at this time, Yeah.
And I feel like for new upcoming waxers, I feel like they're always like, how do we get booked? Or how, like, you're so busy, or, I tried getting wax, or I tried the waxing and I just feel like I'm not getting clients. Like, what's something that you could say to those waxers?
Show up, like, even when you don't have people, like, be in your space. There's always something to be done around the space. Be consistent. Be good at what you do. I think that that's very, very important. Be consistently good at what you do.
Yeah.
So you don't give them a reason not to come back, Don't half-ass it, and make sure you're in this industry for the right reasons, and promote yourself. Don't stop talking about yourself and what you do. Like on the plane ride here, I talked the poor man's ear off about myself.
That's a friend that you made.
It's my friend that I made. I never do that. And he just started talking to me. I'm like, all right, fine, fuck it. We'll start talking. What do you want to know? I'm like, I was in a mood. So, but never stop talking about yourself. Network, say yes to a lot of things. I go to a lot of things that have nothing to do with waxing. I go to like women's events in Sacramento. I will go to like fairs and like set up a little booth and continue to talk about myself and have my little tchotchkes and my service list and be like, this is what we do. We're Dirty Bird. So yeah, and it does raise a lot of questions, but.
And I feel like I've never heard that too, because like I've never heard someone, I'm going to do this to like, show my name off, but that's a good way to market yourself because they're always going to remember, hey, I seen this girl at the fair. Yeah. And her page was just so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Be involved in your community. I don't think Sacramento, I love Sacramento. I grew up there too. So I feel very fortunate to have built my clientele as fast as I did. My mom is my number one marketing person. I feel like she's famous.
Your mom?
Yeah, and she doesn't stop, she's like, people come in, they're like, hey, I'm Cheryl. Your mom said I could get a chin wax from you. I'm like, absolutely, like, it's sweet. But I grew up in Sacramento, so I feel like I do have an advantage. Like, people from my high school come in, and I'm just like, hi, and like, they tell their friends who tell their friends. And Madeline grew up in Sacramento, so it's the same thing. And it just like, people come in and we're good at what we do. I can bet on that. And people are like, damn, that was a good service. And it's an experience too.
Yeah.
Like it's people want to come back in.
Yeah. And see, the thing is, like, I feel like there's like European Wax Center.
Yeah.
Okay? They're trying to get their client in and out within like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're like rushed, not really getting to know the waxers. But I feel like us small businesses that have the wax, like we wax, yes, we have the 20 minutes because that's our next client, but we also can, within that 20 minutes, we can like talk our heads off. You know? I feel like a European, they're like in their head, I'm like, oh my God, I got like 2 more minutes.
Yeah. Did you work there ever?
No.
No, me neither.
But I know
they didn't hire me.
They didn't hire you?
They never called me back. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, look what you are, okay? You missed out, European. Shit.
Yeah.
But
like,
you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you build so much more of a connection when you're a small business.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the same thing for you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you let your girls have their own Instagrams? Like their...
Yeah, but I don't expect them to post for me. That's my job as a business owner, to get people in the door, you know?
But like their own Instagram page.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
See,
what do you mean? Wait, what do you mean?
Oh, because I've heard stories, like I can't say who, but I have this girl client. Well, I'll tell you after where she works.
Yeah.
So she's not allowed to post. She's not allowed to have her own Instagram and post her own work on there. But she works for this place.
But why?
Girl, I don't know. I'm just like, what the heck? So
okay, what is...
So then she works here, but they don't know that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're not going to get her in trouble?
She said, from what I don't care about that place. Yeah. I'm like, hey, you work here.
Yeah.
You know, she booths rent. So she's not my employee. She just rents a booth, but she's always like, I can't, they don't even know. Her name isn't even, it's like a whole different name.
Yeah.
And
what is up with just owners being so scared of...
Yeah. She's not allowed to like post her work on any, like literally. They're allowed to post her work on their page, but she's not allowed to have.
What does she do?
She's my injector.
Oh, yeah. That's a bummer.
I know.
Yeah, that makes me really sad. That's
so
too bad.
I'm like, there's a lot of places like that because my client works at one.
Yeah,
and she's like, I want to go solo so bad. I have my page ready.
Yeah,
but she has a contract. She's on a contract working. She has to work there for a year. She's a waxer.
Yeah,
she can't leave before that year, and she can't have an Instagram.
Yeah,
so sad.
Yeah,
like how are you gonna let your employees grow?
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of scarcity and fear mindset in our industry as owners. There's plenty of people to go around. There's plenty of clients who come to see me, and there's plenty of clients who go to see other people like within a few blocks of me in blocks of like Dirty Bird, because I mean we're kind of out there, you know, and there's enough to go around, and that makes me so sad. Like if God forbid, like one of my girls came to me and said, Megan, I want to open up my own space, I'd be like, how can I help?
I love that.
Like, how can I help? I will never be like, well, I taught you everything you know. No, I gave you a few training days and you put in the work yourself.
Yeah. And I gave you the opportunity.
Yeah.
And you grew here, and I'm so happy that you.
Yeah.
It's like I'm letting you go in a way.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm letting you go and flourish.
Yeah.
And I think I learned that from my husband and him watching barbers come and go and grow. It would be an honor to like see a employee of mine start with me and do something huge.
Yeah.
I'm like, she started with me. You know, I taught her everything she knows. She might not even remember my name, but yeah, you know,
yeah.
I think we should just be like, I wanted to do that, so why shouldn't they? I wanted to go off on my own, so why shouldn't they? You know? Yeah. That's just my personal opinion. Yeah.
So a lot of times people after they go to esthetician school, they don't know what they want to do, like if they should go solo or if they should go work at European.
They should go work for someone else. Waxers.
Yes.
Go work for someone else. Like truly just go work for someone else. Learn your craft without worrying about everything else. Without worrying about how to do your taxes, how to get a clientele. Go to a place that already has a clientele so you can continue to practice. Learn your skill without worrying about everything else. Put a time on it. Put a time stop on it, being like, okay, after a year, I'm going to start looking for my spot.
Yeah.
Because go learn what to do and what not to do. Go look at what other people are doing and be like, I don't want to run my business that way.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people have that misconception, like, oh, I need to start a business right after.
No.
You know, like I want to go solo right away. I want to make my schedule. I want to, you know, work for myself, be my own boss.
Yeah.
But I feel like when a person does that, it doesn't last. Maybe it does for some.
Yeah.
Some get lucky, some don't.
Yeah.
Because they realize how actually hard it is to run a business.
It's hard. There's a lot that people don't think about when going into it, you know, and it's a commitment, you know. Opening a business is like having a baby, and you want it to flourish and keep it growing and keep it open, you know, and or, you know, it's
like,
work.
what's new? We're our own, like, marketing. We're our own, you know, I'm the one that's posting. I'm the one that's doing this and doing that. It's like hard.
Yeah.
I just want to go home sometimes.
Yeah.
And not worrying about, you know?
Yeah. Exactly. And we can't. You can't just go home like your employees can and just be like, I'm done for the day.
Yeah.
You know, no, it's okay. How do I get more people in here? How do I'm constantly always thinking like, oh, I need to do this. Like you just built out this beautiful space and you're like, I need to change it up. And you had an idea for right over here. And you're like, nope, you know, it's just ever changing, ever growing, ever learning. And I think that's what a business owner is, you know, it's constant.
Yeah. And another thing that I worry about is like, are my people eating too?
Yeah.
Like I have to make sure they're paying their bills.
Yeah.
You know how hard that is?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I got to worry about myself and I got to worry about other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, and then they'll text me and they'll be like, hey, like my assistant, for example, she'll text me. She'll be like, hey, can you actually pay me a day before like my rent is due or whatever? I'm like, and I'm that boss that's like, you know what? I got you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I got to worry about that too.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like a lot of girls or that people that just want to go solo, it's hard.
It's hard. It's hard.
You know?
It's not doable, but it's hard. Like just worry about being a good waxer before anything else, you know? That's going to be your bread and butter. Be a good waxer.
Yeah.
And make sure you're in it for the right reasons. Yeah. Like, I don't know, there's steps to doing things, you know, and go work for someone else. I don't know.
So taxes and everything, I feel like that's a whole nother.
Yeah.
You finished yours this time?
Yeah, and I just pay people. Tell me what I have. Tell me how much I owe you, and tell me how much I owe the government.
Disgusting.
Yeah, and I underpaid by like $12 on my LLC, and you bet the government found me, and with the late fee.
You're joking.
No, I don't know what I did wrong, you know, but it's okay. I was like, no, this didn't get $12. All right, it's fine. You're going to shut me down over? No, I'm just kidding. They wouldn't do that.
It scares me because I'm like, you know, I have a bookkeeper and she's like, you overspent this month.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm sorry.
You're like, where?
I'm like, I'm fine. She's like, no. Like, you're doing this wrong. And she yells at me. She's like, do you want to do this in life and this in life? She's the old school type of bookkeeper. So she's like, you know, like, you said you were going to do this and you went overboard, Deanna. Like, you're not supposed to spend this much. And I'm like, okay. But my mom told her to be like that.
Good.
You know? Yeah. But I'm like, fuck, I can't even go over like $10.
She can see everything you're doing. I mean, my bookkeeper can too. And I'm like, yeah, all right. That's okay. Yeah. They're like, wow, yeah.
So going back into like the person that's coming out of esthetician school, they're going to go, you recommend them to go work for somebody else. But how long until after? Is it just, do you think?
I think it depends on the person, to be perfectly honest. When they feel comfortable, when they feel like they've honed in on their craft, when they've like found a really good space, always be looking, you know?
Yeah.
Always be looking. I found my first space, like, I was just sort of looking and I applied for it and I didn't tell my husband and then I got it and I just screenshotted the email and I said, well, looks like I'm opening up a little studio. Yeah.
And do you recommend them having a certain amount saved up or loans?
I don't even really want to recommend this. It worked out really well for me, but I took out like a $5,000 little personal loan and I paid it back super, super fast. But I never want to recommend, like, I wouldn't say I'm like financially savvy, so I never want to like steer. Well, Dirty Bird said take out a loan.
Yeah.
I never want to steer anyone, but that's what I did. Yeah. And I paid it back really quickly and pay things back really quickly. Interest rates are crazy.
And I feel like a lot of people get scared of loans or like, oh my God, I have to pull out a loan for this.
Yeah.
But I feel like if they just find a place that's already, you know, like how your space had the 4 rooms.
Yeah.
If they find a space that's already built out.
Yeah. And start small. You know, you don't need this massive space just right off the bat, you know? Just try it just yourself. I feel like you just ease into it, you know?
Yeah.
Go be an employee somewhere and then maybe go rent a room behind like a beauty or a hair salon, you know, if that's kind of what makes you feel comfortable. And then you're busting out the seams, or go hire an employee, you know, or go find a larger space. But like, you don't need it all. It's hard because we see what other people are doing, and some people do it very quickly and some people do it very, very slowly and meticulously, and there's no right way to do it. But it's really hard to compare ourselves to other beauty industry professionals.
That's a lot of what people do. Yeah. It's like, oh my gosh, this person's doing this, so I have to do this.
No, do what you want, you know? Yeah. I think that's my motto. Do what you want. Yeah.
And I feel like comparing yourself isn't going to get you anywhere, because you're just trying to be like the same person that they are, but you don't even, you know what I mean? Like, that's not even you.
No.
You know?
Yeah. And maybe that's, we're going to get real philosophical right here. Like, maybe that's the issue. Not a lot of people like truly like know exactly what they want and who they are, you know?
Now I looked at you.
What am I talking about? Don't listen to me.
Do you know her? How she's very different. Okay, listen. When no way, if you even try to copy her, it's just a whole good luck.
I don't even know how I do it. Why am I here to explain this? I don't even know how I do it. So,
yeah, but that's true though. I feel like comparing yourself won't get you anywhere.
Yeah,
and I feel like it's just.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. I see people doing a lot of stuff, and like our lives are just different and our goals are just different, you know, like it's just different, you know? So, and I think people don't see like the struggle behind the scenes. People don't see maybe like the privilege that other people have gotten, or, you know, like just don't compare yourself. Everyone's story and journey's different. Yeah.
I'm always just like, girl, just do you.
Look inward. Look inward. Stop looking at what other beauty industry. Stay out of the drama. Keep your head down. It doesn't concern you.
The drama.
Just come in, wax, make your clients feel good, beautiful, and like that's it. Mind your business.
Have you ever been in any of that
drama?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh, good.
Will you let me know if I have?
I would definitely let you know. I haven't heard nothing about Dirty Bird, okay?
I don't know. I don't know. We stay out of it, you know? Yeah.
Because again, it goes back into like competition, or this person did this, or I did this for, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't even understand how that beef starts, you know? Yeah.
So tell me about, like, do you want to do this forever? Do you see yourself doing this long term? Do you see yourself saying, hey, Megan, what's the other girl's name?
Madeline,
Evelyn,
Jessie.
I'm out. You guys take over. Because, you know, Jane, shout out to you, Lady Ping. She's the owner of Teddy Bear Wax.
Yeah.
She lives in a whole different state.
Yeah.
Okay. And she has her shop in
San Jose.
San Jose.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So she's owning that, and she has all her employees there.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to all of them too.
Yeah.
So good. But do you want to eventually do that?
I don't know. You know, that's a tough question. I really enjoy what I do. I really, really enjoy what I do. I'm in my 30s though, and there's no doubt like my body feels it here and there. And don't forget to stretch and drink water. And as long as like my body is willing, I mean, I am too, you know, like I think it's very important. Well, I mean, I don't even want to like, because Lady Pang is doing it and doing it amazingly, but I think it's important for me to be in my studio because I have put so much of myself into it. And it really is like my personality and all of that. And there might come to a point like where I can step away, maybe in the near future with other projects. But I mean, it's definitely something. I've watched my husband cut. I haven't watched him all 20 years cut hair, but he's been a barber for 20 years.
I cannot wait to meet him.
Yeah. And he's still cutting hair and he enjoys it and looks forward to it. He might come across a little grumpy, but I swear that's been him for 20 years. Like day 1 to day 20, you know, or year 20, he's just been the same. But I truly enjoy what I do. I really enjoy what I do. So
yeah, and I feel like if you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna let it run on its own now. Yeah, it's got in there.
Yeah,
I feel like for me, I'd be like, I freaking miss it. Like I just want to go back. Like I'm bored.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean?
Yeah, I go in on my days off and I kind of putz around, and the girls just stare at me and they're like, "Go home. What are you even doing here?" And I'm just like picking dead leaves out of our plants. I'm like, I don't know, you know, and just, they're like, "Did you not have anything to do today?" I'm like, I just wanted to swing by and say hi, you know? And it's not even me checking in on them. I'm just legit just like, hi.
There.
Yeah,
just
there.
Like,
yeah, sitting at the front desk, like, hello, you know? Yeah, so I don't know. Like, I could see, I don't know. I kind of joke with my clients who are having babies now. Like I had a fresh little baby come in. I like was like, oh, she probably heard my voice first, like just talking down the tunnel, you know? But she came in and I'm like, you know what? In 20 years, I'll give her like an eyebrow wax whenever she needs one. Oh. Like, I'm like, I don't know, you know, how our moms are like, you got to go to my lady. I've been going to her for 30 years. I hope to be
and
that.
She's still there.
And she's still there. And I hope maybe I'll be that crazy old lady where they're like, she's kooky as fuck, but she does a good job.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's still here.
Yeah. And I follow a lot of older estheticians. And when I hear about older estheticians, it makes me very happy. And it shows longevity in our careers and people who are truly passionate about it. And that makes me really, really happy.
Yes.
To see them out there.
Yeah.
It makes me happy to see older women in esthetician school as well. And
they're still chasing people. That, you know?
Yeah. And if the passion's there, the passion's there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I feel like once you love something, it's just like, fuck, like, I love what I do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I had a different career and I didn't like it, you know?
The marketing, right?
The marketing. I had a corporate career. I saw what that was like. And I hit the ground running with being a waxer and I fell in love with it. And it might have looked like I did it very quickly, but I put in a lot of work with like marketing and like building that side of myself.
It paid off.
It paid off, but like I hit the ground running and I'm like, I love this. I love talking to my clients. Like I couldn't imagine like not hearing about their days. So yeah. It's hard. I don't know. I don't know. Because
there's always that question, like, hey, what do you see yourself in 10 years?
I didn't even see myself this far, you know? I'm further than I ever thought I would be. Yeah. So, do you kind of feel the same way?
I love what I do. Yeah. But I've been saying this. Yeah. I love my clients. Yeah. And I'm still going to always take my loyal clients have been with me from the beginning. Yeah. But no, I don't see myself doing this.
That's okay.
Ever. And that's okay. I feel like I've come to my, like, I know what I want to do. And it's not even because I'm going to school for business. Yeah. It's like I see myself owning multiple suites because I feel like I know how to run it. I know how to, when it comes to booth renters and like, I just love to see numbers. Yeah. That's what I'm all about. Yeah. And like I said, I love doing services. Like I will forever take my clients. Yeah. My loyal clients, my regulars. Yeah. I told them, you're going to be stuck with me forever. So I'm always going to take them. Yeah. But that's when I said, I'm not going to take new clients anymore because I used to work 7 days a week. Okay. 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Jeez. Yes. Yeah. 7 days a week. I was Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7. And then Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 4. Oh my God. Now, I don't work Sunday, Monday, or Tuesdays. Wow. So I only work Wednesday through Saturday. Yeah. Because I realized I just needed to give myself a break. Yeah, absolutely. And just like, I know the shop's going to run on its own. Yes, it is. I'm going to be okay. Mm-hmm. I've been in here for 5 years. And I feel like once you reach that 3-year mark and it's thriving and it's still going and you're still consistent, I know I'm going to be okay. Yeah. You always have to give yourself, like, tell the manifestations, like, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to make this much. Yeah. I'm going to do this today. Yeah. Consistently growing. Exactly. Consistently learning. Never stop. Never stop. Yeah. And that's why I do my podcast. Yeah. I always have marketing coming in. Yeah. Because I know the podcast has brought me a lot, girl. I met a lot of people in this industry. Yeah. Nails, lashes, freaking waxers. Yeah. All these estheticians, right? Yeah. And I feel like I've gotten so known in this industry that like now I want to focus on my podcast. Mm-hmm. And it's just, you know what I mean? Yeah. So we're just growing. Absolutely. I love that. We're growing. I love that. So lastly, I want to ask you, what do we see in store for you for this year? Do you have any ideas? Any upcoming projects you're working on?
This year?
This year.
Well, I haven't actually announced this publicly.
Oh, we're getting it brand new here, okay?
But I currently have a patent pending for a wax warmer with quite a few bells and whistles that I truly hope helps our industry a lot.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I don't know if patents take forever. So I don't know if that'll be within the year, but it's been in the works for about 2 years now. And so
this is so crazy.
I know.
I've never seen a waxer come out with a waxing pot.
Kirsten, Enzo, Tampa Waxer.
But don't they come up with wax first?
Yeah.
But you're coming up straight with
I'm dropping it, you know. There's holes in our industry that need to be filled.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about what is it gonna have something different that no one?
Yeah. Let's just say you'll be able to track how much wax you're using per service. A little bit of that, a little bit of something else.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. It's pretty exciting.
Oh my gosh.
I know. It'll help with cost, and you can see who's using the most wax in your studio.
So how would you be able to tell? Is it like a?
I can't say too much.
Oh my God.
But I'll show you some renderings once we're off, but I can't say too much. But,
okay, so we don't have a date yet.
No, absolutely no timeline. Yeah, okay. Construction, it takes long.
Mm-hmm.
So does building a product. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It could take up years. Yeah.
And I'm no engineer. It seems like I could have gotten that degree by the time how long this has taken, but I'm no engineer.
Yeah. So I feel like there's no rush because when it comes out, it's going to be like, oh, you took time with this one.
And I have taken a lot of time with this. Yeah. And it's very, I've thought a lot through with it, and I hope it truly helps a lot of people in our industry.
Oh, I'm first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's professional size. It's 10 pounds. Oh, so she's a big boy. Yeah.
Love it.
Big. She's big. She's big. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's exciting.
Yeah. So no timeline. Don't ask me about it. I'm shy, but you'll know.
You should be proud.
Yeah. You'll know when it's out.
You'll know when it's out.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited.
And then what you could do is once it's out, we'll put this and be like, it's finally out.
It's out.
We'll short clip this and be like, yeah, remember when I talked about that back then?
Yeah.
Now it's here.
Here it is. I'll come back. I'll come with it in tow. She'll be on the podcast.
She'll be right there. We talked about you.
Yeah. So it's very scary. For a while, I was like, I'm just going to have the world's most expensive wax warmers and like my prototype, and like, who knows if it'll go anywhere, but it's looking like it's going places, and I'm very, very excited. So.
And especially because I've never heard of a wax pot doing that, and that's going to change the game.
Yeah.
So you're going to be the first to do it.
Yes. I think it's really, really important for people who are in our industry to create things that are useful in our industry. Estheticians making things for estheticians, I see a lot of people, I don't know, who see like a money grab almost like, okay, well, I see like you can make money doing, like other wax warmer companies, but they're not in the treat room every day saying what we actually need, so not, so it's important.
And I feel like it's the ones who will know is the ones who actually do it. And I feel like we can all, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I love how I'm like, I'm going to be in the treatment room for 30 years. And then I'm like, I am coming out with a wax warmer. So we'll see. We will see. I'm just making it up as I go. Just life in general.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Live in the present.
Live in the present.
Don't worry about the future.
Yeah. It'll work out. Yeah. The universe will just take me where I need to go. Period. Yep. Yeah. No, not too much resistance. So. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being on my podcast.
Are you kidding? Of course.
We always end this podcast with a quote. And I know you said you have one.
Yes.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, fuck.
Did you remember it?
I Googled it in the airport.
Oh my gosh.
It says, learn like you will live forever and live like you'll die tomorrow. So keep learning and just live fast, you know, have fun. While doing learning. Yeah. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, that's it. Really?
Yeah.
Thanks.
She's like, really?
Yeah, really?
We always have different ones all the time. And I'm just like, just fucking do whatever you live by.
Yeah.
You know?
I asked the girls, I was like, what should my quote be? And someone's like, that's hot. And I was like, shut up. Be real. Give me something. Yeah.
That was perfect, though.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on my podcast.
Course.
I hope to see you back.
Yes, absolutely.
And I hope you have your baby next time.
Yeah, my baby and husband in tow.
Oh, I need to have your husband on here.
Yes.
He's a barber. He's been a barber for how long?
20 years. Yeah.
Does he have his own barbershop?
He has 3 barbershops.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. He has a product line as well. Yeah. He's big time. He's big time in the barber world.
Oh, yeah. I need him.
Yeah. He's a good time. Yeah.
So you'll come back with him next time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
I'll have to be like standing like.
You'll be behind the scenes next time.
Yeah. Just
you'll be standing where Marla's off.
Yeah.
You'll be in the hot seat.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, that sounds good.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Of
and
course.
We'll see you guys next time.
Yes. Bye.